Learning the wheel is quite a hard aspect of the F1 games, especially when you're getting up to speeds of 215, 230 miles an hour, especially around Monza with the DRS track down the quite long straight. Considering the fact that I've never properly drove a car on a road, it's going to be quite a learning curve for me. As you can see, we still won't have even 50% wear roughly, but then we have the mediums that can go for a while, so I feel that we could box a bit earlier and go for an undercut strategy on the cars in front of us as we go into the race. 5 red lights here at Monza, and we are underway. We get an alright start, following in the tracks of Daniel Kvyat as we go around the outside of him. Brake early to avoid the hustle and bustle, hopefully, of turn 1, although we still didn't really there. As we go down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo, bit of a snap of oversteer at that corner. As we follow in Perez's tracks here, he's pulling away though, considering it's a 14-year racing point against a Alpha as we dive down the inside from a long way back. Perez just about holds off that position, but now we have a much better exit round the outside as we come now into P12. It's a great start up behind Carlos Sainz now, and we gain with the overtake button, utilising the advantages of it. But we don't want to use too much, so we go late and we make a dive into Ascari in the chicane, held up by Grosjean quite a lot, but we get a better exit out of Ascari there. Try and give him a bit of a squeeze until we go into the final corner to have a massive lock-up. And then get a much better exit as we got on the gas so much earlier than Kevin Magnussen. Don't forget though, this is only on hard difficulty, so it's not like the most hard thing in the world, although it's actually called hard. We know that there's a lot of higher levels that you can play on in F1. As we come out the first chicane, behind Lando Norris. He's pulling away though in that McLaren car, like I think it was Sergio Perez did on the first lap here. They seem to brake very early into the second chicane, although we run wide and lock up and hit a bit of gravel. We hit a barrier, and that's us down into about P15, P16, P17 in fact. Now behind our teammate again, like we were at the start. I think actually we hit someone when we spun. It's quite unfortunate for them, as they couldn't really avoid us. Whoever it was, I think it was Magnussen or Grosjean. I'd be surprised if it wasn't Grosjean, to be fair, considering what's going on in real life, as we have a big corner cut at Ascari, but get on the gas a lot earlier on Giovinazzi compared to Giovinazzi. And now, as we make that little mistake, Nicholas Latifi go around the outside of us at the final corner. We just about hold on for P17, and now we use a lot of overtake down this straight. I can't English that much, but you know, now it's turning it off at about 50% power, but now we'll gain a lot on the cars ahead due to this massive train up ahead of us of like Kvyat, Gasly, Gio and everyone like that, as we go down the inside of Gio here, trying to force it through, utilising the overtake mode here as we go for a long lunge, going down an extra gear to get the extra rotation. We didn't actually mean to go for the lunge on Gasly, just to put it, we just meant for it for Kvyat really, to get past him, but they kind of just, Gasly let off a bit of space, so we went for it, and didn't particularly work. So now let's get a bit more action for you all. And now we're right up behind Pierre Gasly, but we nearly run off into the gravel trap And now we're trying to hold off Kvyat. Looks to be using overtake since he's powered past me that easily. Last corner. Trying to utilise the overtake nice and early at the exit as now we get past Kvyat quite easily, in fact. Now up behind Pierre Gasly. We've got 3 DRS toe off of him. And now into the first corner is going to be action-packed. So we take out overtake, and now we'll be right behind Gasly. Just turn 3 here. And here we are. Right behind him, getting a bit of a toe, using overtake. Can we go for a long lunge on him? Yes, we can. We go into another mistake out of the second chicane of the circuit, and now we're in last place. And let's see if we can box early and get an undercut on the guys ahead. When we were far ahead of him, we made a big mistake that led to us spinning out as we let off the gas nice and early, trying not to make an early lunge and let him hold us up. As you can see, the Harley eyes break so early into the corner as we have a massive error and lose a whole 5 seconds in the pit lane due to speeding. That pit entry always caught me out on the 2019 F1 games, as my team don't actually serve the time penalty. And here we are now. On lap 7 though, Carlos Sainz is actually retired here, and we've moved up, got up a free position, and that is just beautiful for me as we set another fastest sector, sector 1 on the last lap. On lap 6 we actually set a fastest lap of the race. That's why you can see the purple on our name in the top left of your screen. 13 seconds away from Magnussen. Now, when we came out of the pit lane, it was about 24, so we're gaining a lot of time on the hard AI difficulty. And now, here we are, pushing as we make another large mistake, and I think that that's our race over, really. Magnussen now pulling away. Russell pulling away. Everyone's pulled away from us here. Oh, we've just made a big mistake that's probably cost our race. Again, another one. Yes, another one. But we've actually still came out just ahead of Kevin Magnussen here. And right up behind George Russell going in to the first chicane of the circuit. George Russell going extremely slow here, using a bit of overtake mode, gaining a lot of time round the outside of turn 3. He squeezes us out here, nearly onto the grass. We give him a bit of a squeeze and he just comes out behind us. Out of the second chicane already. And now, on lap 9, we have actually came out ahead of Nicholas Latifi now, and we're right behind, we're not right behind, but close to Romain Grosjean. So this could be an epic comeback for us, and we don't want to get too close to him as we know how slowly you go around that first chicane out of the pit lane. Utilising the brand new F1 2020 overtake mode, like the cars in the older F1 games, is now we gain loads of time. Can we make a large lunge? He goes defensive and just comes out ahead of us, leading to a bit of a corner cut there, but we don't get a warning for that. We get a warning for the collision with Grosjean, but I don't think that was avoidable. Later on the brakes at him, he brakes early and pulls out, and we can't avoid that. Going into overtake mode round the outside of Kvyat as he gives us a squeeze into Ascari, round the outside, cut his space up. Now behind Giovinazzi and Pierre Gasly. Going up to lap 10 of this Grand Prix now. as we are way behind the Renaults up ahead of these two. And we could even make a move out of the final corner, but as you can see, we run wide and have to get off the gas early. But I think that we may be able to make a move with just a rich fuel mix and DRS with the overtake now. Trying to make a long lunge, but Gio pulling the gap down between him and Pierre Gasly. He goes defensive, he even tries making a lunge on Gasly into the first chicane, but he loses time from that, and now we gain on him. Trying to go around the outside, but we're nowhere near close enough in the end. I thought I was actually closer there, so we lose our racing line, but now we go for the lunge on Giovinazzi, but did what Grosjean did really, to me. I think it was Grosjean, yeah. Just pulled out, early brakes and pulled out, and I couldn't have avoided that, and we nearly did the same there. Although we do have a 5-second time penalty at the end of this race. Now, down the straight with the DRS open behind us, the little flap open, coming up into Ascari. Well, we are in Ascari now, trying to make a move, but we can't get him there.
I need you to stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the stewards will award you a penalty.
As you can see there, our race engineer just telling us to not cut as many corners as Ascari. I just made him a big mistake. Now I'm trying to get a better exit, but I feel that we may just be able to get a nice move up into the first corner. DRS, overtake mode, around the outside into turn 1 and 2 as we hit gravel or grass. It really, it's grass, but and that leads us to running on. And on lap 12, we've actually gained a lot on Sergio Perez and Esteban Ocon as they were battling, but we also got a time penalty just here at Ascari as we ran wide out here, just avoided the gravel earlier, but we got a penalty for exceeding track limits, and that gave us an extra 3 seconds added on to our race. So we want to try and pull that distance away from the cars behind, but also try and overtake Perez. Do we get the DRS here? No, we don't, sadly. And now they pull away with the DRS flap. Perez getting a toe on Ocon. Now let's push as we run wide, make a major mistake.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
And now, that's just messed up our race, as we can't hand Perez his position. We were going to set up and let him, but here I think this is our race over. Track position is P11, trying to hold off from Gio. Now we're making mistakes where we have a bit less grip because of the grass we hit. And that's the nice thing about the F1 2020 games. They have like more realistic times for the grass to go off, kind of like the tires, so like you actually have less grip for longer. Because like in real F1, you're not gonna just go on some grass and just suddenly all of a sudden in 5 seconds the grass is gonna just fall off your tires. It's just gonna stay on there for a bit. And here we are coming across up to the finish line. I'm not sure how big of a time penalty we had in the end, but come up to the finish line at Monza, and we spin out just how we like to finish races.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you.
Oh, we got P19. Well, at least we weren't last. Driver of the day, Daniel Ricciardo. And I feel that we did race the best of races, but I am still very new to the steering wheel. It's my second day, and yeah, so I hope you all really enjoyed watching this of me making many mistakes in an F1 race on steering wheel. And yeah, thank you all. very much for watching, and I'll see you in a My Team video tomorrow. See ya!